Hello, everyone. I'm Frank, and welcome to Frank Puzzles. In the month of October, I'm going to be doing two puzzles every day, one of the very easy to easy difficulty level, and one that's going to be average, hard, or very hard difficulty level. And today's the day where I try my first very hard difficulty level puzzle. So hopefully this doesn't take as long as that I had a previous one that was average difficulty level and that took me like 3 hours. So hopefully this doesn't take as long and we can just do well. Good job of this. Anyways, here's today's very hard difficulty level puzzle. And it's called Push and Pull by Arbitrary. And here are the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, which means place the digits 1 through 9 in every column, and every box. Digits along a pink line are a consecutive set in any order without repeats, so essentially a Renban line. So they do not repeat. So for example, if there was a 1 here, you would know that this would have to be 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in some order. And there are no repeats, remember. Digits within cages do not repeat and sum to the indicated value if given. So remember, and this is only in this one case, digits within cages do not repeat. So this digit cannot be the same as these 4 digits. Same here. These 2 digits cannot be the same as these 3 digits. And then also you have normal Sudoku rules apply. But that's actually very important in killer cage Sudokus. And those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now I'm going to get started. Ooh, this is going to be fun. Let's go. Okay. First very hard puzzle. I do like killer cages, so I do usually a pretty decent job with killer cages. So we'll see how this goes. But we know this has to have a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 5, 6, 8, 9. We know there has to be a 1 here. Yeah, because without a 1, the minimum you have is 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 14. So this is 1 through 7, and we know that the 1 is here. Oops, the 1 is here. This is also 5, 6, 8, 9. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 2 through 9. This is 1 through 8. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so 1 cannot be here. 1 is likely not here, but we don't know. 1 could be here, right? So this is either 1, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 4, 6, 1, 3, 4, 5, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 4, 6, 1. Well, we can just check, right? Yeah, 1, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, those are all the values. Okay. Okay, so the question is, where can these 4 be, right? They have 2 of them at least have to be here. And then 2 of them can be outside. Same with this. 2 of them have to be at least here. And then 2 of them can be outside. One thing we know about this is this must have a 5 somewhere. This also must have a 5 somewhere. And it has to also have a 4 and a 6, right? Because this has to be at least 1 through 6, 2 through 7, 3 through 8, 4 through 9. And all of those contains 4, 5, and 6. So we know there's a 5 here. We know there's a 5 here. Does that tell us very much? Not too much, but that's good to know. This cannot contain these four. What that means, I don't really know. Can this ever be 6, 7, 8, and 9? Oh, that's a good question. Can either of these be 6, 7, 8, 9? If this is 6, 7, 8, and 9, the 6 and the 8 would have to be here. So this would have to be 9, and then this would have to be 6, 7, 8, right? Then this would be 5, 9. This would have to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know this is 8 and 9. This would have to be 3 from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would have to be 6 and 7, which is not possible. So this can never be 6, 7, 8, 9. So this has to have 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8 is possible. We just know that the 9 cannot be on either of these red band lines. So it's 1 through 8. This is also 1 through 8. Can it be 5, 6, 7, 8? Let's try that next, right? If it's 5, 6, 7, 8, this is 6, 7, 8, and this has to be 5 because this has to be 5 and 9. Then 5, 6, 7, 8 cannot be here. This has to contain 2 out of 5, 6, 7, 8. But that's not possible. It can only contain 1 out of 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8 is not possible. So therefore, we guarantee this is a 4 and this is a 4. Right? Because it can be at most 4, 5, 6, 7. And it has to be at least 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is always here. So this can't be 4. This can't be 4, which means this has a 4. So this is either 1, 2, 4, 6 or 1, 3, 4, 5. So no 7. We know there's a 4 here. So it's either 1, 2, 4, 6 or 1, 3, 4, 5. So this is 4. Can it be 4, 5, 6, 7? Yes, because it could be 4 and 6 or 4 and 5. Right? Interesting. Okay, so this has to be 4. It could be 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 2 or 3, and it's with 5 or 6. Hmm. This is 1 through 7, 1 through 8 also. This has to have a 4, so there's no 8, there's no 9. It could be 4, 5, 6, 7, because then that would be 4 and 6, or 4 and 5. And this would have to be 6, 7, or 5, 7. What could this be? Can it be 6, 7, 8, 9? If it's 6, 7, 8, 9, one of these would have to be 6 and 8, because this, and then the other one would have to be 7 and 9. This could not be any of these, though. So this would have to be 1 through 5. I mean, it seems valid. This is 13. This is 4. What happens is this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That seems valid too. This cannot be 9. Okay, so one thing we know is this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? This is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We know there's a 4 there, though. There's a 4 here and a 4 here, which means this is 1 and 4. Could be 2 and 6. Oh, this can't be 4, 5, or 6, right? It sees all of these. So this is 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. It can't be 1, obviously. It could be 2, 3 with 7, 8, or 9. But this sees all of these, and we guaranteed to have 4, 5, and 6. Um, Interesting. Okay, so one thing we know is there has to be a 5 here, and there has to be a 5 here. So this has to contain the 5, and this has to contain a 5. So this cannot be 5. So this can't be 5, 6. So question though, one of these cannot, one of these has to be 5. So either this is 5 or that's 5, right? And because of that, one of these at least has to be 6 and 8. Can it be 6 and 8 and 6 and 8? Possibly. This could be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This can't be 5 then. Right? It sees... Okay, none of these can be 5. Actually, that's not true. This specifically cannot be 5. Because it sees this and it sees this. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why did I have that? I don't even know. This we don't know anything about. Okay. So if this is a 7, it could be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or it could be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If it's a 2 or a 3, it has to be 2 through 6. Or it could be 1 through 5. Or 3 through 7. We know the 9 in here has to be one of these. We know the 9 in here has to be one of these. We don't know which, though. Ugh. Okay. What are the possible locations of 9? Oh, interesting. If this is 1 and 8, we know this is 1. We know this is 1. This has to be 1, 2, 3, 4 here. This has to have a 1, which forces this to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would be 8, which means 8 is somewhere here. Similarly, if that's 1 or 8, also, we know this is 1 then, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4. What we do know also is that this cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, right? If this is 1, 2, 3, 4, we only have 1, 4, and 1 out of 2 or 3 here. So the 2 or 3 would have to be in this specific spot. And that eliminates 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So this cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. One of them could be 1, 2, 3, 4, but both of them cannot be. So that means this cannot be both 1, 8 and 1, 8. So that means there has to be an 8 either here or here. Or both, possibly. We know there's a 9 in specifically here and here, right? Say neither of these are 9. That doesn't work. Right? If this doesn't go 5 through 9 and this one doesn't go 4 through 9, there cannot be a 9 anywhere here, right? And because of that, this would have to be 9 and this would have to be 9. But they're two separate digits. So this would not work. So one of them has to include a 9. So it has to have a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So either this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or it could be both. It's possible it could be both, right? Is it possible it could be both? No, it cannot be both. If this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, this has to be 2 or 3. Oh, that's fascinating. That's fascinating. Okay, so it's either one of these is 5, 6, 7, 8. Either this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In which case, right, because I think that would have to be the 9, right? Because not if this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, this cannot be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 because then that would make this 2 or 3, which is not possible to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So either this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, in which case this is 9, or this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, in which case one of these is 9, and then the other 9 would have to be here. So either this is 9 and then that would be 9, or this is 9 and this would have to be 9. Um, so one of them has to be 9. So one of them is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The other one has to be, could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So either this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, in which that's the case, and this would have to be 1 through 5, 2 through 6, or 3 through 7, or this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, in which case this could be 2 through 8, no, 3 through 8, 2 through 7, or 1 through 6. Hold on, I'm gonna pause because I need to take care of some business. Hold up. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to deal with a call of nature, and let's get back to the puzzle. While I was actually on my call of nature, I actually thought about this a little bit. If this is not, so we know it cannot have 2 from 1, 2, 3, 4 here, right? If this is 1, 2, 3, 4, there's no way you can fit all 1, 2, 3, and 4 here. So either 2 or 3 has to be here, which means this cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4. What happens when this random band line is not a 1, 2, 3, or 4? That means the 1 has to be in this spot, right? So if this is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 can't be here, 1 can't be here, so 1 has to be here. Same with this situation, right? 1 can't be here, 1 can't be here, 1 has to be here. So we know the 1 is here in this box. We know that the 1 has to be either here or here in one of these boxes. If that's the case, then the 1 has to be along this line. So then this has either this has to be 1 or this has to be 1. We don't know which. Therefore, this has to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Renban line. So this is guaranteed to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of them's 1, the other one is not, right? Because this is 1 or this is 1. But that also means one of these is 1, 2, 3, 4. Interestingly enough, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it cannot be both, right? If it's both, if neither one of these are 1, 2, 3, 4, that would mean the 1 would have to be here and the 1 would have to be here, which would mean this would have to be 1 and this would have to be 1, which is not possible because it's not, you cannot repeat. So we know then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Since this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this has to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Because 9 cannot be here, 9 cannot be here. So 9 has to be either here or here, and the only place that could fit both would be here. So this has to be 9. Then on top of that, so okay, so remove the this has to be 5, 6, 7, 8. This is also 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? So where are the 8s? The 8 has to be either here, so the 8 would have to be either here or here, right? Because this can't be 8. We figured out. So if this is 8, either this is 8 or this is 8. And then we have also this is 8 or this is 8, which means one of these is a 1/8. And we know that one of the 1/8s, if this is 1, this is 1, this has to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, right? But we know only one of them could be 1, 2, 3, 4. But there has to be one. So this has to be, one of these has to be 1 and 8. The other one has to be 1 and 8, right? So one of these is a 1 or 8. And so that's, okay, so if this is a 1 or 8, that means the 1 would, so say this was the 1 and 8. If this is 1 and 8, that means this would be 1, which would mean this is 1. So this would be 1 and 8. This would have to be 8. This has to be 1, right? So this cannot have a 7 here. So the 7 would have to be opposite, right? So the 7 would have to be here. Okay, so let's go through the scenarios then. Say this was the 1 and 8. If this is 1 and 8, this can't be 1 here. This can't be 1 here. So this has to be 1. So then this would have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So this would be 1 and 4. Either 2 or 3 would be here. So this cannot be 1. This cannot be 2. This would have to be at least 4, 5, 6, 7. So this would have to be 1. This would be 1. So this cannot be 1. You'd have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 7 would have to be here. So this couldn't be 7. This could be 7, though. This can't be 1 and 8. So this would have to be the 1. This cannot be 1. Interesting. What does that imply, too? At least if this one's 1, this would have to be 1. Which means this would have to be 1, right? So this would have to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So but that does not work. So again, this was 1 and 8, right? This was assumption. This was 1 and 8. So this would have to be 8. If this is 1 and 8, this can't be 1 or 8. This can't be 1. So this can't be 1. So this has to be 1. So this becomes 1, 2, 3, 4. This therefore becomes, this has to be 1 here because there's no other place here. This can't be 1 because this is 2 or 3. So it cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4. It cannot be 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 has to be here. Since this is 1, this has to be the 1. This cannot be 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This can't be 1. This can't be 1. So therefore this is 1. These can't be 1. These can't be 1. This has to be 1. So this also becomes 1, 2, 3, 4. But then you have 5 squares which have to be filled with 1 through 4, which does not work. So we know for certain then this cannot be 1 and 8. So this cannot be 1 and 8. Therefore, this has to be the 1 and 8. Because there's no other one possible. So then this can't be 1. This can't be 1. So this is 1, which means this becomes 1 through 4. So this is 1 through 4, which means this is 5, 6, I can't type. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is also 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This can't be 8, so this is 8. This, so either 2 or 3 is here, which means this cannot be 1 and it cannot be 2. So this has to have 4, 5, and 6. Because it cannot be 2, 3, 4, 5, because one of the 2 or 3 has to be here. So if it's 2, can't be 3 here. If it's 2, then this would have to be 3. So it can't be 2, 3. If this is 3, oh, yeah, it could be 3, right? And then this would be 2. But yeah, this has to be 4, 5, 6. So this is 1 and 8, which means this can't be 8. This can't be 7 either. So this has to be the 7. This has to be 7. this has to be 8. So this is 1. This is 1 and 8. This cannot be 5, 6, or 7. So 1 has to be here. So this cannot be 1. So it cannot be 1 and 9. 1 of 2 or 3 is here. This cannot be 5 or 6. This cannot have 8. So 1 has to be here. This is 1 and 8. 7 has to be here. This is 1. So this cannot be 1. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? If this is 6 and 8, this has to be 5. So there cannot be a 5 anywhere here. If this is 6 and 8, this has to be 5. So there cannot be any 5 here. So this can't be 5, this can't be 5. This can't be 5. Obviously that can't be 5. So 7 has to be here, 8 has to be here. This is 8. This could be 1 and 2 here, right? Otherwise, the 1 or the 2 has to be here, which means this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this can't be 1, 2, 3, 4. So this cannot be 1, right? If this is 1, 2, 3, 4, then you would have the same problem of 5 boxes, 5 cells having to have 4 digits in them. So this has to be a 1. This could be 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is possible. But we know the 1 is here. So this can't be 1. Therefore, this is 1. Therefore, this is 1. So 1 is one of those two. This, okay, so if this is 4, 5, 6, 7, so this cannot be 5 or 6, 5 and 6. So this is 5 or 6. And this has to be 5 or 6. Which means this is one of 7 or 9. This is one of 7 or 9. So the 7 or 9 has to be here. So this is either one of 7 or 9. It cannot be 8. It cannot be 5 and 6. It's one of 7 or 9. It cannot be, yeah. 5 and 6 cannot be here. So one of these is 5 or 6. One of these is 5 or 6. So this is 5 or 6. So we know the 9 is here. One of these is 9. This cannot be 5. It also cannot be 1. So the 7, okay, the 7 has to be here. This can't be 7. This can't be 7. This has to be 7. So this cannot be 3 and 7. So either this is 2 and 7, in which case this is 4 and 6. If this is 2 and 7, this has to be 2. Right? If this is 2 and 7, If this is 2 and 7, this has to be 2. Otherwise, this is 7. If this is 2 and 7, this is 4 and 6. So either this is 7, and this is 2 and 7. So either this is 7, or this is 2 and 7, this is 4 and 6, and this has to be 3 or 5. So this is 3, 5, or 7. This is 2 and 7. This would be 3 or 5. We also know the 9 is here. So if this is 2, it would have to be 5. This is 3 and 4. This is 5, 6, 7. But this 5, 6, 7 would require this to be 4. So this can never be 2. If this is 2 and 2, it has to be with 5. Right? So if this is 2, it has to be with 5. This would then be 3, 4. So this would be 5, 6, 7. But this would then be 4, which is not possible. Right? This can't be 4. If this is 4, this is 2, 8. There's no 7 in this column. So this can never be 2. So it could be 3, though. Because it'd be 3, 5, and this would be 4, 6. No. This can't be 3 either. I guess it could be 3, 6? Huh. What's the question? Yeah. Can this be 2? If this is 2, okay, we know the 4 is here. So this has to be 4, which means there cannot be a 4 here. So if this is 4, so if this was 2 or 3, this would have to be 4 with it, right? If this is 3, this could not be 4. And we know this can't be 4. So this cannot be 3 either. So this can't be 3. So, okay, it could be 4. If this is 4, 5, 6, 7, this would have to be the 4, essentially. And then you'd have 1, 2, 3. So this can't be 2, I don't think, either, right? If this is 2, there would have to be a 4. So this would have to be 4. And 3? Well, okay, so maybe this could... No. Right. If this is 2, this would have to be 4 and 5, I guess. And this would be 3. That is possible, though. Just 3 cannot be here, right? If this is 3, that would mean there's a 4 on this line. And the 4 would specifically have to be here because this has to be the 4. This cannot be 4. So this still could be 2 or 3. We just don't know, right? So this is 1 here. This is 1 here. If this is 7, this is 3, 4, 5, or 6. This has to be 2. Right? So either this is 2, 7, or this is 7, in which case this becomes 3, 4, 5, 6. But the problem with this being 3, 4, 5, 6 is 4, 6 no longer works. So then this has to be 2, 8. So the 2 is always here. And since the 2 is always here, the 2 cannot be on this. Therefore, this has to have a 2. So this has to be 1, 3, 4, 5 because it cannot be 1, 2, 4, 6. So this is 1, 3, 4, 5. This cannot be 5, obviously. So this is 2 here. This has to be 6. So this cannot be 6. This is the 5. And we have 7 or 9 here, 7 or 9 here. We don't know what else we have here, right? This is 4. This is also 5. So this is 6. So 2 has to be here. 2 could be here. So there's no 7 here. There's no 2 here. So it could be 3, 4, 5, 6. No 7. It could be 8. Right? This cannot be 4, 5, and 6 here. So 1 is here, and it could be 3, 8, or 9. This has a 2. We've got a annoying beep in the background. Someone needs to turn off his alarm. Okay, someone did. Good. So this is 5. What happens if this is 7? This becomes 3, 4, 5, or 6. So this is 2 and 8. Therefore, that becomes 8. Okay, so if this is 2, 7. No, that's not right. If this is 7, this becomes was 4, 5, 6, 7, which means this is 2 and 9. That has to be 8. So this becomes 1, 3. Is that right? Right, so if this is 7, so either this is 2, 7, in which case that's 3 or 5. This is 4 and 6. Oh, that's interesting. So if this is 4 and 6, this has to be a 6. So this is 5 and 9. Okay, let's go through the scenarios then. If this is 7, this becomes 4, 5, 6, 7. So this becomes 2, 9. This is 8. This is 6, 7. And this is 5, 9. So that all seems valid. So then that would be 7. This would have to be 1, 3. So this can never be 3, 6. So this would have to, this is 2 or 4, this is 2 or 4. So there cannot be a 2 or 4 anywhere else. So this can't be 6. 6 still could be here, though. Interesting. Okay. Right. One of these is 6. One of these is 6. Right? Because 6 can't be here, and 6 can no longer be here either. Okay, so this is 2 and 4. This is 4. So this would be 1, 3 if this is a 7. If this is 7, that becomes 2. It becomes 2, 9. This is 8. This is 6, 7. So let's go through the different scenarios, okay? If this is 2, 7, this is 4, 6, this is 3 or 5. We don't know which. So this could be 1, 3, cannot be 5, 8, 9. This could be 1, 3, 5, 8, 9. It can't be 1. We know the one's here. So that's 3, 5, 8, and 9. This is 3 or 5. This is 3, 8, or 9. So 6 would have to be here. So this would have to be 5 and 9. So this has to be... This cannot be 5, so this is 5, which means this is 6 and 8. Oh, that's another thing we know, though. That's another thing we know. This both cannot be 5 and 9, and it both cannot be 6 and 8 either, right? If this is 5, this becomes 6, 8. If this is 5, this becomes 6, 8. But it cannot be both, because one of them has to be 5, one of them has to be 6, 8. So this cannot be 6, 8, or 9. It could still be a 7. It cannot be a 5 anymore. It cannot be 5, 6, or 8. And it cannot be 9 because of this, right? Because they both see it. Interesting, though. Huh. One of these is 5 or 9. One of these is 5 or 9. But only one can be 5 or 9. Therefore, where is the 9 in row 9 and column 4? Sorry, row 4 and column 4. It has to either be 9 here or 9 here, which means this cannot be 9. It could still be 8, so that's still possible. So then this has to be 3, 4. There's no 1, obviously, but it has to be 3 through 8. So it could be 3, 7, 8, right? So this could, in fact, actually the 8 cannot be here. I don't think, right? Either this is 8, in which case 8 cannot be here. 8 cannot be here. Sorry, 8 has to be here, right? If this is 8, this has to be 5. So this is 6, 8. So if this is 5, this is 6, 8. So this can't be 8. And then this is 8. So that can't be 8. So this cannot contain 5, a 6, or 8. So it could be 2, 3, 4. No 5, no 6. It could be 7. But it cannot have a 5, a 6, and an 8. We know the 9 is there. So either this has to have 6 and 8, or it has to have 6. Okay, it has to have one of 6 or 8. So there's no 9, and it must have one of 6 or... Okay, well, it already does sort of have that, so... Oof. If this is... Oh, this can't be 7. Okay, well, there's a key. If this is 7, this is 4, 5, 6, and that can't be 4, 5, 6. So this can never be 7. Okay, so then this becomes 2, 7. This is 2, 8. So this is 4, 6. So no 6 here, no... So this is 4 and 6, so this has to be 4 and 6. So this has to be 5 and 9. This is 5. So this cannot be 5 here. This is 5 and 9. This can't be 5. This can't be 6. This becomes 1, 3, 8, 9. So this is 5. This cannot be 2, and it cannot be 5. So this is 7. This is 5 and 9, so this cannot be 5. So this has to be 5, which means this can't be 5 or 9. So this can't be 6 or 8. So this can't be 7. So this is 6 or 8. This can't be 6. So we know the 6 is here. So this can't be 6. This has to be 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2, 3, 4. This has to be 6, 7. So 1 is here. 2 has to be here, so this cannot be 2. This has to be 2, so this can't be 2. This is 5 with 5 and 2 with 3 or 4. So this is 3 or 4. This is 3 or 4. Because this is 3 or 4, this has to be 1, 2, 5. So this is 1, 2, 5. This is 3 or this is 3 or 4. This is 6 or 8. This is 1 of 3 or 4. This is 1 of 3 or 4. This cannot be 4, 7. So this is 5, 7. This can't be 7 here. So this is 1 of 1, 2, 3, or 4. No 9, so this is 9. This can't be 6. This can't be 6. So this is 1. 6, 8. This is 5, 7. This can't be... Okay, so this cannot be 4. Okay, so this can't be 6 or 8. This has to have one of 5, 7, or 9. At least. It could be 4, 5. So this still could be 2, 3, 4, 5. That's possible. This is 5. This is 4, 6. Oh, this can't be 6. So this has to be 2, 3, 4, 5. This can't be 6. This can't contain a 6. This can't be 6. So 6, 7, 8, 9 is not possible. So this has to be 4. So therefore this is 4. This can't be 4. So this can't be 3. This is 1, 4, 6. So this is also 2, 3, 8, and 9. This can't be 3. This can't be 4, 5. This is 9. So this can't be 9, which means this is 9. So this is 3, 8. 1, 4, 6. This can't be 4. This is 3. This is 4. This is 2, 3, 5. We have 1. This could be 4 and 7. This can't be 4 specifically. This has to be 6. This is 4. This cannot be 3. So this is 2, 3. This is 4, 6, 7. This has to be 1, 3. So this can't be 7. This forces this to be 2, 9. So this is 8. This has to be 6. And this is 7. So this becomes 5, 9. This can't be 4. This is 2. This is 7. This can't be 3. So this is 3. This is 2. This is 5. This is 9. This can't be 8. So this has to be the 8. So this is 1. This is 1, 5. This has to be 3, 4. So this can't be 3. No 2, 3. This has to be 5. This is 7. This is 6. This can't be 5. Because 2 and 3 are here. This cannot be 2 or 3. So this is 1, 4, 1, 4. This becomes 5. This is 7. This can't be 5. This can't be 8. So this is 1, 4, 1, 4. This forces this to be 9. This is 2 and 3. So this is 1, 4, 1, 4. This has to be 6. This can't be 6. This can't be 6 or 8. This can't be 7. So this is 4. This is 1 or 7. So this forces this to be 1. This is 4. This is 1. No 1 or 4. This can't be 4. This can't be 4. This can't be 4. So this is 1 and 7. This is 4 and 9. This is 4. This is 9. This is 5. This is 9. So this has to be 5. This can't be 1. This can't be 1. So this is 1. This is 2 and 9. So this is 3. This is 2. This is 3. This has to be 7. This is 2. This is 4, 6, and 8. 4, 6, and 8. This has to be 2, 3. This is 5, 7, 4, 6. We got a 1. This cannot be 5 or 9. It could be 2 or 3, but it cannot be both. If it's 1, it cannot be 178, so this can't be 1 and 7. It would have to be 177 if that's the case, and this cannot be 1 or 7, so therefore we know the 7's here. So this is 7, which forces this to be 9, which forces this to be 2. This is 9. This is 7, so this has to have a 2. So this is 7 and 2, 2, 6. So this can't be 7. This is 7. This is 1. This is 2. This is 1. This is 6. This is 2. 8, 6. This is 9, 2, 3, 1, 8, 9, 8, 3, 1, 8, 5, 1, 4, 5, 3, 4, 3, 8, 3, 8, 6. And that wasn't too bad, actually. That was... Excuse me. That was, I don't know. Didn't seem very hard, but obviously it was some difficult sledding, but the logic was there. Excuse me. Anyways, I hope you had a good time and you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.